What's the most shocking thing you discovered about someone close to you? My best friend Sarah had been acting weird for months, canceling plans last minute, being secretive about her phone, giving vague answers about where she'd been. I figured she was going through something personal and didn't want to pry. Then my wedding dress went missing from the bridal shop. I'd put down a $3,000 deposit on my dream dress 6 months before my wedding. Vintage lace, custom alterations, everything perfect. The shop called me in a panic, saying someone had picked it up with my receipt and ID. What do you mean someone picked it up? I asked the manager. I'm standing right here. She showed me the security footage. There was Sarah, clear as day, walking out with my dress in a garment bag, using a fake ID with my name on it. I called her immediately. Sarah, I need to ask you something really important. Do you know anything about my wedding dress going missing? Sarah, ik så all lace fitstensen to be of media penny farming you akensday. Core tumbal eller tunsi. Raffan altion fazersly. First tradic. He started lettery Aaron feed pastorkal. Logic wigs. I can stat me. Customer types. Oh my god, that's terrible, she said. Who would do something like that? Have you called the police? The fake concern in her voice made my stomach turn. She was lying right to my face. I decided to dig deeper. I checked her Instagram stories from the past few weeks, something I'd never really paid attention to before. Most of her recent posts were at locations I didn't recognize. Fancy restaurants, a spa day, shopping trips. Then I saw it, a mirror selfie from 3 days ago. She was trying on a wedding dress in what looked like her bedroom. The caption said trying on options for the big day. Sarah wasn't even engaged. I screenshotted everything and called the bridal shop. Can you tell me what name was on the ID when someone picked up my dress? Sarah Mitchell. They said she had your receipt and said she was picking it up for you as a surprise. That's when I remembered. Sarah had been with me when I ordered the dress. She'd seen my receipt, knew all the details, even knew what alterations I was getting done. But something else was bothering me. Those expensive restaurants in her photos. Sarah worked part-time at a coffee shop. She could barely afford rent. Where was this money coming from? I started thinking about other weird things. How she always seemed to know details about my relationship with my fiancé Mike that I'd never told her. How she'd ask specific questions about our wedding plans, our honeymoon, even our future house hunting. I called my other friend Lisa. Has Sarah been asking you about my wedding stuff? Actually, yeah. Lisa said she wanted to know about your venue, your photographer, even asked for your wedding planner's contact info, said she was thinking about getting engaged soon, but Sarah had been single for over a year, or so I thought. I drove to her apartment that night without calling first. Through her living room window, I could see my wedding dress hanging on her bedroom door. She was having a full fitting session, posing in front of her mirror in my dress, but she wasn't alone. There was a man's voice coming from her bedroom. I knocked, and she opened the door. She was still wearing my dress. Her face went completely white. Surprise, I said. Funny thing happened today. My wedding dress went missing. She tried to slam the door, but I pushed past her into the apartment. Take it off, I said, right now. Sarah, who's at the door, came a voice from her bedroom. My blood ran cold. I knew that voice. Mike walked out of her bedroom in just his boxers. My fiancé, the man I was supposed to marry in 3 weeks. Hey babe, he said, then stopped dead when he saw me. Oh shit. The room started spinning. My best friend was wearing my stolen wedding dress while sleeping with my fiancé in her apartment. How long? I whispered. Sarah started crying. It's not what you think. How long have you been screwing my fiancé while planning to steal my entire wedding? Mike tried to put his clothes on quickly. Listen, we can explain this. That's when I noticed more things. Wedding magazines on her coffee table, a notebook with wedding planning notes in her handwriting, our wedding venue's business card on her counter. You weren't just stealing my dress, I said slowly. You were planning to steal my entire wedding. Sarah broke down completely. I love him. I've always loved him. You don't deserve him. So you stole my identity to pick up my dress, seduced my fiancé, and were planning what exactly? To show up at my wedding in my dress. Mike finally spoke up. We were going to tell you after the wedding. We didn't want to ruin everything you'd planned. I stared at him. You were going to let me marry you while you were in love with someone else? The wedding's already paid for, Sarah said through tears. All the deposits, the venue, everything. We thought maybe we could just take it over. I pulled out my phone and started recording. Say that again. You thought you could take over my wedding. Don't record this, Mike said, reaching for my phone. Too late. I'd already sent the video to our wedding group chat with all our friends and family. I called the police from her living room while she stood there in my destroyed dress. They charged her with identity theft and grand larceny. Mike moved out that afternoon. The bridal shop gave me a replacement dress for free. Sarah sent me one text from jail. I hope you're happy now. I was.